And Chip, you better, we're counting on you not to misanalyze the hands, okay? Because the rest of us, it's not so clear.
That's not our forte. That's not why we're here.
We're here for the fun. You're here to analyze the hands.
The party has begun.
That's right.
The final segment of this multi-month, I don't know, bridge extravaganza in Schoenberg. Welcome, everyone. Here with Chip Martels, Bronya Jenkins, and Cynthia Huang. I'm Dana Berkowitz, and here we go.
Yeah, so this is the final set to determine USA2 for the seniors for the World Championships in Marrakesh. And the Hammond team has been playing quite strongly and has a 46-imp lead going to this last segment. Significant, but certainly seen bigger leads than that melt away. And I guess I should also comment that the Hammond team, in addition to the 4 players you're seeing now, has John Shermer and Neil Chambers, but John's been feeling under the weather, so the other 4 have been playing, I think, either all or almost all the boards of this final. So.
Yeah, no, I think Shermer left.
Oh, okay.
And I just want to say, I can only commentate if I have a Berkowitz with me, and it's really okay which Berkowitz it is, but there must be at least one Berkowitz when I'm on.
There are many. There are so many of us, and now we've got honorary Berkowitzes left and right. Adam Kaplan has joined the clan, I think.
I would also like to be an honorary Berkowitz if that's okay with everybody.
Obviously. All mishpacha.
Okay. So we should comment that, in one room, East opened a diamond and North balanced and 3-bit of no trump, and then balanced with 2 clubs and got to 2 diamonds. In the other room, they opened a strong club, 3-bit of no trump, and the 2 clubs by North. Well, so should we maybe stick to one, mostly try and stick to one room? I think that's maybe a little easier.
I find it easier to stick to one room because then, I find that easier too.
So
I think it's easier to follow.
If things get dull in that room, we can switch over to the other room, Well,
let's watch Berkowitz then, because then we get to have Berkowitz commenting on Berkowitz. I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we'll focus on the left. And so can you tell us, Cynthia, what North's 2 club bid was on the left? Clubs plus a major, okay? So,
Wow, that's a lot of bidding from the North hand.
yeah, well, I will say that at nobody vulnerable, you really don't want to sell out low. And here he's got a decent hand and a stiff diamond. I'm guessing Bob's going to bid 3 clubs as south. They also, and
I mean, he definitely is looking like he would make 3 clubs unless he really misguesses everything.
well, and I think he's probably going to get the club right.
Got a diamond, a spade. He's really, off the top, he really just has a diamond and spade loser, but he's probably gonna.
Well, he has to do something. No, I guess all those hearts come in.
All those hearts are good just because it's Queen 10 Doubleton. I mean, it's lucky, but it is what it is.
Yeah, if you guess well, I believe that you can take 11 tricks.
Yeah. So it's likely to go plus in 3 clubs, and there are 3 clubs at the other table too.
Yeah.
I know we're looking at one table, but still, they happen to be in the same contract. So.
Right.
This is not the kind of deal that the team down 46 imps is looking for to start the set, but
that's right.
There's still time.
They needed to bid 5 clubs and make it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that would have been.
That would have been some hand outward. 5 clubs, Queen 10 Doubleton, Jack of Spades. Yes, the Jack of Spades, no problem.
Yeah, I think not too likely a thing to
No,
happen.
no, I agree, All right, so
And 6 clubs.
So
Anything? It's hard to,
maybe go after hearts first, in case he needs to rough the fourth heart and dummy. Likely that the hearts are gonna not be that foul, but it could be.
So you got some congratulations on here, Chip. People are congratulating you, and also stating that Neil is still here, but he's not playing. So John
Right.
left, but he's not
I
here.
think Neil stuck around in case they needed a sub,
Sure.
one of the other players, so that was sensible. Yeah, well, thanks. I'm looking forward to heading off to Marrakesh for the Bermuda Bowl. You coming along, Dana, with Chris going?
good question. I don't know. Maybe.
She's coming to Memphis with some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Memphis is where it's at,
Memphis is where it's at. And they mentioned that you're completely unbiased, Burke on Burke.
I am totally unbiased, but if Wolfson doesn't win, it's a catastrophe for my family. So, I don't care, but it's either a huge comeback or sadness for the rest of all time. Nah, they'll be okay.
Yeah. So you have to say that I have very mixed rooting interest with lots of friends on both teams, so. All right, so.
Yeah, well, they're getting the hearts right.
Yeah, I got the good news
Oh, yeah?
there. And
So if there are any new players out there, you can see that when you play the ace, king of hearts, the queen and the 10, the East hand has no choice but to follow with the queen and the 10. So they never get a heart trick. And then all of Declarer's hearts actually turn out to be good because of this.
Yeah, remembering things like the 9 of hearts being good, definitely one of the challenges of learning bridge, or was for me.
yeah, this one is maybe a little easier in that when you play the ace and that 10 appears, that's a little bit of an alarm clock. When the card that's getting good is a little bit lower, then it can be a bit trickier.
We saw some hand where it was something like the 7 of clubs was good, and it was hard to remember. It was kind of like a memory test to see if you could remember that the 8 had fallen earlier.
Yeah, so here, Declare played king ace of clubs rather than finessing the queen, which was, I would say, pretty likely to be onside, but he didn't want to lose the club finesse and then have them get a heart rough. So this was playing pretty safe for his contract. So he's got 4 clubs, 4 hearts, and at least 1 spade for 9 to make his contract. So he's playing safe. I will just comment, since nothing's happening here at the moment, that at the other table, they also played the ace, king of hearts, getting the good news, but now they're thinking.
And when you're the East player and you hold that queen 10 of hearts, I got to say that, you end up being very sad because you just like, there's nothing you can do about what's happening to you, so you shouldn't be upset with yourself when that happens. You should that's just the way the cards are.
Right. Unfortunately, they'll be the same way at the other table.
Most of the time. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I don't think that's as upsetting as being squeezed. There's nothing worse than that feeling.
There is nothing worse than that feeling.
And then Declare looks at you and knows what's happening, and yeah. So I apologize for the earthquake on my screen here. Amelia Bedelia Berkowitz Blanken has entered the chat here. She's
Hello, Amelia Bedelia.
she's desiring to participate.
Okay, so I think we're gonna make the 9 tricks that they contracted for. There.
Larry's gonna look at his hand and say, diamonds again?
Yeah,
It's kind of familiar.
been a bunch of diamond suits in this event, in this match, actually. And so we have a natural-ish club. I believe North-South are playing transfer responses to a club, though I'm assuming. So is your dad going to double or bid a heart, Dana? What do you?
Yeah, I would have said a heart. He likes to bid his suits
Yeah.
sometimes. Sorry, I say that because the stories of when he didn't bid his suits are now coming into my head, and I got to be careful.
I have to say, on this particular hand, I think I would have doubled.
With the shape or the strength?
The shape and strength. I mean, I'm okay to double and make a minimum heart bid, and be a little afraid of losing spades if I overcall a heart. But so
They
I was,
both, notice it's interesting that they both overcalled a heart.
yeah, I did. So, on this hand, 6 diamonds is pretty good contract, and would make, I believe, though maybe.
I think on a diamond lead, you might, yeah, on a diamond lead in a club and you have to hop up queen maybe.
Well, I was thinking a spade lead might be most threatening but then you can.
Okay, I guess you could
probably
set up
get, then you can get
heart.
2
Yeah,
club
you could.
roughs, so I think you're always gonna make it. All right,
Yeah.
so we got a splinter and oh. So they didn't splinter at the other table.
Club splinter's pretty good for Larry's hand.
Yeah,
Not
really.
Yeah, I mean, he's minimum, but,
Hmm. Oh boy. 2 key cards in the Queen of Trump. Let's go. Oh, come on. No, I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable. I just, it's pretty light on high card point slam.
yeah.
Both of these hands so far have been, good examples of point schmoints, I would say.
Well, the previous one was a pretty poor game, so.
Yeah, the
This
previous
one.
one was just because it was is queen 10 doubled and
Yeah.
so but this one is.
This is a good slam. And for sure, the trailing team would want to be there.
And they have 24 total high card points. So just pointing that out. I agree that it's a great slam and you would want to be there.
So there are some questions from the Twitch chat, which I put into the Zoom chat.
Ooh, whether North has a bid over the 1 heart overcall.
I don't think so.
I think vulnerable at imp seems maybe not, but for me.
Yeah, I think particularly with the queen doubled in the hearts,
Yeah,
which
right.
is a pretty sketchy value.
Yeah.
Is there any form of scoring where you would make a double? Say you were white on red at match points. Would you consider it then?
Yeah. White on red at match point, certainly it's plausible to do it, to try and fight for the part score in spades, but.
I don't think I would do it, even white on red at match points. I'm just saying I'm not saying, I'm just saying I don't think I would do it.
You've got standards, Bronya.
I got standards. I don't know exactly what they are, but I got them. And by the way, one of my friends who's actually watching, she's like, I'm confused. Is Larry Cohen Billy? I was like, no. Nice to show you, like the Cohens. The Cohens take over. No, Larry Cohen's not Billy.
So Larry Cohen played with my father for many, many years, but he sort of he retired largely from the top level bridge about 10 years ago, and has been teaching since and cruising the world with his beautiful, lovely wife, and just kind of, I would say, living Larry's best life. Is what he's been doing. But when the Wolfson team lost many of its players due to their great success in other events here, he did step in. And that might have made Dad happier than I've seen him in a very long time about anything, to get that opportunity to play with Larry again.
When did they last play? Do you know?
So they did play at least one regional in the last few months in Florida.
But
And,
last time at like a national event or trials?
I am not an authority on this, so don't take my word for it, but they played, I believe, the Spingold in something on Rose Meltzer's team, in something like 2009 or 10.
So the original Wolfson team was Wolfson, Garner, Zia, Rosenberg, Berkowitz, Mexstroth.
Yeah, so 3 of those went away.
2 to your team, Chip, and then one to my husband, Chris Valenkin's mixed team.
Yeah.
So it's all in the family here, really, in this event.
All right, new hand here, new hand.
Yep.
So what are we going to end up in, probably? 4 hearts?
So presumably we're going to get a precision
Club,
diamond
club.
opening on the left. And
Preempt here, 3 clubs.
I would guess not. I think 2 clubs is more normal with 12 high card points and 4 hearts.
Yeah.
Maybe if partner was a passed hand, you might bet 3 clubs. So pretty classic negative double by East. And let's see what sort of club raise Bob gives us South.
A big one.
Yeah, well, I would have said that
I think it might have helped East-West get to game here. Dad had a total max for his non-precision 1 club opener, but still.
yeah, they haven't made game yet, though.
Good point.
With queen 4 of hearts offside, and you won't necessarily guess the queen double and the diamonds offside.
Oh, Bob took the push. Interesting.
Well, I can understand that. He has, from his point of view, no defense.
So this is off 2 diamonds, a spade, and a heart. Is there more work to be done?
Yeah, I think if the opponent's lead trumps, there's only 6 clubs and 2 roughs. The opponents have to be a little careful in that if they don't cash their diamonds,
Oh, there you go.
after the ace of spades is driven out, then you can make
Lose.
loser on loser play in spades, throwing your diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they work out, well, they actually can't cash their diamonds ending
And
in
lead a
ace.
Trump, right.
Yeah, so I think if he leads the king of spades now, which he's doing, that he can always take 9 tricks. So they only made 5 diamonds on the previous board in the other room, so Wolfson is inching closer, but they need to do it at a more rapid rate than that.
Slightly faster rate, yes, slightly faster.
They're seniors, give them a break. They'll get there, you know.
Yeah, you gotta cash both your diamonds, and then you can't
But
lead.
if you cash the diamonds, you can't play the
Well,
second.
you could cash the diamonds and underlead the heart.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's one of the plays when your partner does it and you're like, good play, partner. Bad news.
Yes.
Oh.
At least you've already taken the setting tricks before underleading in hearts.
Yeah, at least you take, yeah, exactly. It's not the biggest disaster in the world.
Dad and I actually had that exact accident in the platinum pairs, so.
And I'll just comment, in the other room, South did just jump directly to 5 clubs over 2 clubs. So probably the same contract.
All right, low heart. But I'm kind of kidding. I don't think you should.
Well, it's not,
No, you can't. I don't think you can.
well, since you've already beaten it.
No, I mean, yeah, no, I get it. I get what you're saying. I hear you, Chip. So again, while we're watching this, for the very new players, or even the people who don't know how to play, there's 13 possible tricks in bridge on each hand. So when we open the bidding with 1 diamond, what that really means is 1 plus 6. 6 is always the base. So it's always, whatever you're bidding, whatever the last number is that you see on the screen, it's that number plus 6 that people have to take to make their contract.
Okay, so we didn't either lead or underlead in hearts. We just played a diamond. And so now let's see whether Peter Waxell is going to carefully play the Queen of Hearts to keep East off lead.
Sure. I'm betting he will.
And I want to comment that notice that this way, David Berkowitz, by not playing hearts at all, didn't have to guess if his partner has the Queen of Hearts. If his partner has the Queen of Hearts, he can win this one. And,
Nope, he didn't do it.
Oh,
Didn't do it.
I think Larry is going to hop here, yes.
Yeah.
so that his partner doesn't get inadvertently end played. Those little spot cards can matter, You think, oh, I can beat dummy with my 7, but you got to make sure you can beat partner too.
That's right. Yeah, it's surprising. Peter's had a number of quite well-played hands. He's actually won several swings by taking more tricks than the other table in this match. But here, I think that maybe we're going to get 5 imps to the trailing Wolfson team for going down only 2 and 5 clubs double. They didn't even lead trumps, so Declare was less troubled.
I would say generally it seemed to me that the Hammond team has played very, very solidly. You know, they haven't really given the trailing team any opportunities to catch up.
Yeah, there were a couple hands the last set where North-South were in trouble and East-West bailed them out.
Mm.
And those were the two main swings to Wolves in the prior set. And, all right, going on the left, we've got a strongish no trump. I think this is like 14 plus to 17. Is that right?
Good Fantan hand.
Yeah. Very bad losing tricks hand.
What is that game?
It's one of the 7 games in Barbu.
Oh, it's one of the 7 games in Barbu. And what do you have to do in that one?
It's dominoes basically, but instead of the start card always being 7, the start card can be anything that the dealer calls. So here you would call something like dominoes aces or something.
Yeah.
Scholars could debate the best start card.
All right, there you go. Chip, 5 imps to Wolfson, you were right.
And they get a little closer. Now that is the right pace they need for picking up imps.
Yes.
Okay.
Imps
So-
are international match points. Is that right? Is that what imps stand for? International match points?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the method of scoring that's translated from the contract that we're playing to the actual score.
So here over on the left, South opened a strong no trump, North bid 2 no, asking for 5 card majors. 3 clubs said he didn't have a 5 card major, but has at least 1 4 card major. Interesting as a question in terms of bidding choices over 1 no, 2 no puppet stamen, whether 3 clubs should be more informative as like Sell and Hammond play here, or if you want to just bid 3 clubs whenever you don't have a 5 card major and not give away the information to the opponents. At any rate, here we have a normal.
So we have 9 tricks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We have 9 tricks.
And no more, probably.
Yeah.
I guess Larry could have to pitch an uncomfortable number of times. 1, 2, 3. On 6 clubs, he can pitch 1. He follows once, 1 heart, 1 diamond, and then. Yeah.
He's not
Well,
terribly.
he could pitch a bunch of hearts.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can pitch 3 hearts, so he's okay.
and declare it doesn't even have the jack of spades, so he can pitch 2 spades. So
Yeah.
though of course he won't know that, so he may be. Probably he'll pitch 3 hearts and a spade.
3
and a
hearts, a
diamond.
diamond, and a spade.
Yeah.
This is another board that in my mind is not very good for a losing team.
Yeah, agree. There have been so many exciting hands. I've never seen so many 2 club openers in a tournament. Seems like so many of them. The kinds of deals where if you were playing in certain clubs, they would say, these computer hands, They're crazy.
So for the viewer, our next big tournament is Chicago in July. The Nationals are in Chicago in July, so please join us. All levels are welcome. July 13th to the 20th. No, July, what is the date? July 13th to the what?
Is it really July? That's
24th.
earlier than it.
13th is, I think, the Thursday, maybe.
I think it's to the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cynthia.
And I think
feel like
downtown
I'm at work
Chicago
again,
should be a
Dana.
nice location for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be really
Yeah.
fun.
So over here, we've got a somewhat frisky, two-spade bid, taking advantage of the favorable vulnerability.
Seems like not their usual style. Maybe a little state of the match.
Yeah, I suspect that the down 45 had something to do with the two-spade opening.
Yeah. So let's, they're gonna say lead.
So in terms of people representing the United States, we've got Chip here, but we also have Cynthia, who will be representing us in the Junior World Championships in the Netherlands. Yes.
Yes.
Quietly making the trains run on time here, but a force in her own right.
And
Very
when is
nice.
that, Cynthia?
Pardon?
When is the World Junior Championships?
That is a very good question. I think it's sometime in August or maybe the end of July.
Don't miss it.
So the,
yeah.
so this two-spade bid has jostled north-south into
Into five.
five clubs when
So what happens?
would be an easier contract. Though I guess.
It looks like they're probably gonna make it. They lose a spade and a diamond.
Yeah, they have to, here again, leading trumps might have been a good defense, but with can set up a heart trick also, so I think he's probably gonna come to 11 tricks. So it'll probably just be some over trick imps compared to
3-0.
3-0.
Brunia, we have a question in the Twitch chat that I think maybe you're best suited to answer. Someone's asking, I'm coming individually to Chicago as an IN. Do you recommend looking for partners online or using the partnership desk after getting to Chicago?
I sort of recommend looking for partners online if you can, because then you can sort of like already maybe practice with them and create a little bit of a partnership. You can go to the club with them. You could go to your local club and look for people who might be going. But if you don't do that, then I would definitely recommend going to the partnership desk, and they will definitely find you a partner that's well suited, and you'll have a fun time. I've gone to the partnership desk like a ton of times, I gotta tell you, like even recently, like in the last few years, I still go to the partnership desk. So definitely do it. It's gonna be really fun.
It's really fun. I did it a whole lot when I was starting to play, and those people I still see around all the time. It's great. You kind of branch out from people you might not have otherwise met, and it's just awesome.
So yeah, so he's set up his diamonds, and it's gonna take pretty easy
11 tricks.
11 tricks.
There's over tricks possible on this other no trump on a non-diamond lead. The other table.
Wait, how did this go? It went low, spade, low, and he played the king. Okay. Instead of the 10. But the guy had the 9-8, so if he plays 10 ace.
Yeah, that is a little odd.
Yeah.
Also, frankly, somewhat surprised by the non-diamond lead. I mean, why can't partner have the king of diamonds and just run 5 diamonds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go.
One of the kibitzers mentions that one of the things he started noticing is that the frequency of week twos being raised with only a 2-card, trump fit. So people are really believing their partner has 6.
That can get very exciting when partner opens on 5 and you raise on 2.
That's right.
Yeah, well, as happened here, though, it can sometimes trick the opponents who may be projecting shortness in partner's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so,
Okay, and I think
Wolfson won another imp.
an imp for Wolfson. Wolfson means only 50 more hands and Wolfson will be fine.
Well, they did
They're
win
crushing the
5
board.
imps.
I know, I'm just kidding.
So I think they've shut out the
Who is
Hammond.
a-hole land 1? Who is that? Is that Adam Kaplan?
No, it's Al Hollander.
Oh, Al Hollander, okay. Al Hollander's given us all sorts of comments, but I didn't know that was him. So I sometimes can't tell, because my name on Twitch is The Real Bronebot, but I feel like people should know what that is. But, all right, new hand.
New hand, new excitement. Next
More
case.
diamonds for Larry Cohen. Larry Cohen has a lot of diamonds. He's more diamonds for Larry Cohen.
Yeah.
That's
so
your
he's
punishment for
somewhere
playing
ahead.
precision.
Yes.
That's really funny.
So I will say the Wilson team has shut out the Hammond team so far, but they haven't managed to score that much themselves. Still, they have gotten the margin under 40.
Adam Kaplan says he can't be everyone because he's a different handle.
And so a club by Hammond on the left is 2+. See whether or not West can bid a natural 2 clubs over that 2+ club or not.
Looks like no.
Yeah.
Do you usually play one, Chip? Do you play 1 club, 2 clubs as natural?
I do when one club can be as few as 2. And 2 diamonds is both majors.
Yeah, 2 diamonds, Michaels.
Yeah, though I should say that in my experience, that is one of the most accident-prone agreements. I've seen lots of people forget that convention, so.
Speaking of Adam Kaplan and I had the agreement that 1 club, 2 clubs was always Michael's unless specifically agreed otherwise at the table for the match. To avoid this problem, Jim. I think
Yes.
he probably agrees with you.
Okay, so the North bid a diamond showing hearts, and East bid 3 diamonds, which I guess was probably a weak jump over call, though Mulligan's not so weak. So we'll see whether or not David's going to bid 3 no or not.
You're at the table with Bob Hammond. You must bid 3 no.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Yay. Yay, Papa Burke.
All right. So-called Hammond's rule. If you're thinking about bidding 3 no or 3 no is a possibility, you should bid 3 no Trump.
And I think another thing is 3 no Trump ends all auctions. Partner bids 3 no, you're just like, you're done. But obviously that's not totally true. It's a little bit of a joke.
Yeah, that's also a joke, yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, we
10.
definitely have at least 9 tricks. Now we have 10.
yeah,
But we were going to make 9 tricks on any lead.
Yes.
yes.
We
Did I say that out loud?
we are all David Berkowitz here, I guess.
That's from Hampton, right? Sometimes I get a little overexcited, shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make you all proud.
Someone get this guy in front of a crowd. We could have a little recitation. Yeah.
We could do it.
Yeah. I
So it
think
looks like on the right that even the north-south briefly got themselves to 3-0, but now have launched on to 5 clubs also.
Right. So
Interesting.
most likely it'll be a push.
But let's see, South hasn't passed yet.
Oh, you think we're gonna bid more?
Well,
I don't think we're bidding anymore.
he hasn't, as I said, he hasn't
No,
passed.
no, I get it, Chip. I'm not trying to, I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm predicting, not,
Yeah. I mean, if the
I
North
don't know
Hand
what they're bidding.
had a stiff spade, then, you know,
Chip, I was asking in the Twitch chat how you think David should play the hand if South had switched to the Queen of Spades.
well, he's got the King 10-9, so it's not really very taxing. You just cover. If he didn't have quite as good spots, it would have been more of a question.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for bringing that up though, because that's really, it's good little things to think about.
Yeah.
No, you're right. He's still thinking there. South is still thinking, Chip.
Yeah.
Bobby's still thinking.
Well,
Yes.
remember again, they were stuck a lot. So.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
And I should say, by the way, no, I guess he can't quite do it. You know, he can set up, get a discard for the, well, actually, I should say, I think that without a spade lead, he might be able to make 6 clubs. But,
The problem is East is on lead against clubs,
yeah,
which
Yep. And the expected spade lead. Let's see, I think they threw a club away there from South, so I think he's going to take a lot of tricks there. I think he's going to take the rest in 3 now. On the left.
terrible underbid.
Yes, this was
It's sometimes so hard when you're holding like 3 to the 10 or 4 to the 9 to realize how powerful that card is, right? It's so easy to just say, well, that's not going to matter. I'm just going to throw one of these away. And then it turns out it really.
Well, it's also the case that at imps, he sort of knew if Declare had the ace, king of clubs, he had 9 tricks.
Right.
So he was hoping that Declare had a weaker hand where they had a chance to defeat it. Say ace, queen of clubs instead of ace, king.
Sure.
So, you know, what he did was certainly a perfectly sensible imp play.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying I was just mentioning that sometimes you're holding 4 to the 9 and you think, okay, whatever, 4 to the 9, you know, who cares? You throw one and then it's like, that was the one card you couldn't throw. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. And sometimes it's an even weaker holding.
Yes. What's the weakest holding that you can't throw one? 4 to the 7? If Declare only has 4?
Well, the question is even whether 4 to the 6, whether Declare could have like ace, king, queen, 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when I make that mistake with 4 to the 6, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over that one. Unless you like lose by 1, 4 to the 6.
So here on the left, we got a strong no trump, 2 hard overcalls showing both majors and an invitation and an acceptance. And with the ace of clubs where you'd expect it to be, looks like this is going to roll home.
It does.
The fact that spades are 3-3 also helps, but hearts 2-2, so I don't think he's going to be greatly troubled.
So they did good to get to the.
Looks like he's going to make 6 clubs now on the right. So we'll get another imp for the Wolfson team. They go.
I tell you, this is a big board and match set.
Yeah, that's right.
Board and match is one of my favorite forms of scoring, my personal favorite form of scoring. It's not like imps where it matters how much you beat the other team by. It's just a question of who scored better on this one exact hand. So if you make 100 and the other team makes 90, you win. If you make 90 and the other team makes 100, or if you make 100 and the other team makes 110, you lose.
Yes.
It's very
And
simple.
so if you go for 1100 and your teammates go for 800, you only lose 1 point.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about it as a person who's prone to some accidents.
I think one of the best things is to like go for 800 and find that your teammates have managed to score like 860 or something, so you win the board.
Or the minus 790 when your teammates go plus 800. That's pretty good.
That's right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Looks like he only made 11, I guess, so another push.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So Bronya, are you playing bridge in Chicago, or are you being an executive?
I'm pretty much not playing a lot of bridge. I might end up playing here and there a tiny bit, but no, I'm not playing bridge in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm setting up I'm setting up events for nighttime entertainment. So we're gonna try to do an event called Beyond Bridge, which
I'll
is
be
gonna
right
be
back.
all sorts of games.
Ooh,
Catan, backgammon, cribbage. We might even do a pickleball court there if we can.
oh, that sounds.
yes.
Pickleball is very, very popular.
Yeah, so that's going to be really fun. Some, I'm going to get Bob Hammond to come play backgammon. Everybody come to watch him. So that's going to be, we're trying to do that. And then we're also trying to run an event called Bridge Mania, which is going to be like Bridge Jeopardy, and then Bridge Family Feud, and then like a wild hand tournament where like we're going to get some stars to come and play, and we're going to play, all the hands are going to be like setup hands, where like everybody's 6-6 kind of thing.
Oh,
So
fun.
this are fun. So we're going to try to do like a couple of fun evening events.
Oh, that sounds great. We haven't had that in a long time.
I know. So that is trying to bring community back to bridge, like we're all together, like, Corona's thankfully, not with us, and kind of, and, the schedule is such, I like the new schedule a lot, but it's such that like people go to dinner. I want to regroup people back together after dinner and use our existing space, to create community and social wellness and that kind of stuff, and and have some fun, not master points, not compete. Like we can compete, but just compete for fun.
Yeah, that sounds great. Are you,
So-
is Jeopardy James going to help with the,
I'm trying to get him to. I'm trying to get him to do the. I actually even changed the schedule so that he could be there, kind of thing. So
nice.
I haven't actually asked him yet. So
Oh,
Jeopardy James, if
you're
you're
listening.
watching, could you please come and help us with our Jeopardy night?
I guess similarly, have you talked to Bruce Rogoff about pickleball?
No, that's another one. Bruce Rogoff, because they gave me his name, but I haven't had a chance to yet. So yes, and
So-
Shane Blanchard too. Shane Blanchard's a big pickleball player.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Chip
Well-
left and we stopped talking about bridge, by the way. Chip, you can't leave.
As expected.
I'm back. So
Good.
on 51, they did overcall 2 clubs natural over 1 club and got to 3-0. And also got a heart lead, so we'll see whether this is the potential to being some more over trick imps for Wolfson. We'll see. Well, he's definitely not going to make 6 since I cashed the ace of spades at trick 2. But now he's got 11 tricks. So I think he's just going to claim as soon as the diamonds aren't 4-0 offside. So at least they'll get the hand over with faster. And over on the left, we've set up the spades and now we're going after hearts. So Not really.
So they're gonna make, yeah, they're just gonna make 4.
They're just gonna make 4. They
Okay,
lost.
all right,
So there's
10
3
tricks.
obvious tricks.
Yep. But, you know, good job getting to game. When the opponents open a no trump, it's a challenge to get to game, you know,
Yeah, no, I think, Dave Berkowitz, judged well to raise 2 hearts to 3, so.
And I'm hearing Doug Dowd is a big backgammon player, so Doug Dowd, we need you at the backgammon event too, by the way.
Yes, we were talking in support of Bronia's awesome games night. Bridge players who are also, you know, leading experts or world champions in these other sports as well.
Kit Woolsey also for backgammon.
Kit Woolsey, calling Kit Woolsey, show up at the backgammon.
All right, so. Yeah.
So what's the story here? What are we gonna get to? 4 spades, north-south? Oh, and here comes Billy Cohen, I think, is entering the room.
Ooh.
Billy Cohen, who is not Larry Cohen, but who is actually Billy Cohen.
Now we see them both in different
Yeah,
places
they're
at the
not
same
actually.
time.
Yeah, you gotta come down here so they can see you for 1 second. There he is.
Hey, Billy.
There's Dana,
Billy.
Chip, and Cynthia.
Okay,
Okay,
where are you? Where are we?
we're right here.
What board number?
We're on board 53 and Hammond is up by 38.
Okay. Looks like.
Okay, so the heart by South showed spades. And I think it's, 4 plus. Yeah, actually, wonder if they're doing it also. Started playing after a club of diamond that 2 diamond shows 6 or more hearts and 2 hearts shows 6 or more spades. So club of diamond, a heart would be 4 or 5 spades. Okay, so
All right, a little.
3 diamonds, 4 diamonds, which I guess is a strong 4 spade raise.
Yeah. Look at how friendly the layout is. You can make 6 spades here. You just lose a heart, right?
Yep. As long as you don't decide to play the overcaller for a stiff spade.
True.
This is what we like to call a Zia slam. Since Zia sort of just assumes if you have a 9-card fit missing the queen, that's a solid trump suit. And then if you need another finesse on the side, we can.
It's gonna be on. Yeah.
So, so I wonder if 4 hearts by South is some sort of last train type bid, saying he's okay for slam in case the other hand was stronger. And notice that, for example, that actually the ace of diamonds isn't such a great card. If the ace of diamonds was the king of hearts, it would be a better slam.
Ooh. More bidding.
So Al's saying, notice the alert of Larry's pass is okay to lead a diamond. The other side of that coin is the anti-lead double.
Yes.
Do you play the anti-lead double, Bronya?
I don't think I play the anti-lead double.
Yeah.
You play the anti-lead double, Chip?
No, I don't. I would say that mostly in these things, when we vote.
Billy Cohen is leaving us. He gets to go eat dinner and we get to
Hi,
sit
all you
here.
wonderful people.
Yeah.
Bye, Billy.
See everyone.
Oh, and Robert Todd has now joined us.
Woohoo. Hey, gang.
This is great. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Dana. We do not have much of a comeback yet, I see.
Well, a little bit of one.
A little bit.
They've shut out the Hammond, but they haven't scored a lot.
Aha.
So they have the potential to win a big swing if they bid a lucky slam here and make it.
And the other team doesn't bid it, which they're sort of thinking about. They're flirting with it at this table with Hammond and Weichel.
What's else?
Sorry, there's a motorcycle gang outside my.
You're used to that though, right? So.
Where are you, Dana? You at home?
Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Just like Bronya, if you get on this bridge, it'll take you to Queens. You can't get off.
Then you can't.
And it's right here, so we occasionally have the poor like Uber driver or something who's just gone. You know, they tried to come, but unfortunately now they're 2 boroughs away.
So
It's like
Mitch,
50-50 whether someone drives into your apartment at some point, right?
so Mitch and Ross did a good job. They also got to 4
Yeah.
hard, you know, and so,
That's true. Yes,
and so it looks like they're also gonna make it, and,
another push.
another push, right, like, so that just, I'm suitably impressed with both pairs getting to a game after a no Trump opener.
Yeah, they both did well.
No, we're in 6 spades over here.
Well, I guess
Well done.
the trailing team needs to have good luck rather than bad luck. Here North-South got to a fairly poor slam, but it's going to roll home.
It's just always right to just play for spades 2-2 and the king of hearts on side?
I think you play the king of hearts on side, and if it loses, you've got some club
Yeah,
squeeze option.
true.
Person with 4, if West has 4 hearts and queen 4th of clubs, you can get them.
Or perhaps just Jack 10 third or
Yeah.
Jack.
Or queen, or queen 10 of clubs.
So you can also, I guess, you may not even, need that. I mean, just the club finesse. So you've got, if the spades are 2-2, you've got 5 spades, 2 clubs and the red aces, and 2 diamond roughs and dummy getting you up to 11. So either the king of hearts on side or the queen of clubs on side is enough to get you up to 12 tricks. So you can lead up to the queen of hearts, and if that doesn't work, so that's a reason for just banging the spades. Since if they're 2-2, you're much better placed than even if you guessed queen third, you'd still need some more work. So yeah, so after this, he's probably gonna rough a diamond and lead a heart up.
So once again, in case there are some very new players, so 6 spades, they're contracting to take 12 tricks, so they can only lose 1. And when you bid to 6 spades, you actually get a big bonus for bidding to all the tricks but 1.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm surprised he's playing this way to rough out the queen of clubs rather than take the club finesse.
Well, Harry did overcall a diamond, right? And then
Yeah,
David made a
Yes,
weak bid.
maybe he's figuring if the king of hearts is offside, probably the queen of clubs is also. Though, he had king, queen, jack, 5th of diamonds, so
Right.
he needn't have so much more. He had the queen of spades. So,
This is a demoralizing kind of hand in my experience when you and your partner both bid and the opponent's bid and make a slam. It is not exactly the most exciting situation.
Well, also when you're down a bunch, as the Wolfson team is, you
Yes.
don't want to have boards like this where if your teammates do well, you'll push the board, and if not, you'll lose 13 imps.
Yeah, no, this is a problem.
Do we know what three diamonds is here by Becker? Sort of mini splinter or?
Looks like it.
It says splinter.
Yeah, looks like Levin went low.
Okay,
Or maybe Becker went low with three diamonds.
Well, I think three diamonds was raised to 3 level or better.
Ah.
So,
I wonder what the difference in three diamonds and four diamonds is here, maybe? Four diamonds is maybe?
I don't know, sometimes 4 diamonds is a void. And,
Yeah.
I mean, if that's forcing to 3 spades or, oh, maybe it's raised to 3 or really strong and 4 diamonds. You know, it says raised to 3 spades or super.
Does the Jack of Hearts declare a losing option? Oh my goodness.
my God,
It did.
there you go, there you go.
Look at that. Larry.
Look at that. All of a sudden, 13 imps the other way.
Something out of nothing.
The match is closer. Wow.
No, that was, oh.
Yeah, because now he's
yeah,
going to play a
Yeah,
diamond.
now he just exits the Jack of Diamonds.
Right,
I mean, if he exits a heart, then he still makes it. I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to play the Jack of Diamonds.
He's seen all of the spades being
yeah,
played.
you know,
So
Wow.
as long as he's, he trusts himself. Wow. I can't watch.
He's going to play the Jack of Diamonds, dude. You can watch. You can
I
watch.
can't.
Playing the Jack of Diamonds. He played
Oh,
it.
no. What 26 imp swing right there.
wow.
Wow. Okay, well,
Robert,
that's
shut
like that. That is actually what the Wolfson team needed.
Yeah, that was something from nothing.
And by the way,
Yes.
I'm truly not rooting for anybody. I like both these teams tremendously, but I just like the match to be close.
Yes.
Whew.
Dan is allowed to root.
Yeah, Dan is allowed to root. Dan is allowed to root.
Yeah.
I need my vapors. Whew.
All right, so margin is down to.
Okay, 201, 176. I mean, all right, that was,
We're definitely making it more interesting here.
Mm,
we'll just say Billy Cohen made that nice play, not Larry Cohen.
Going. Going.
Okay, so on the left, we've got a strong club opening in third seed. And North taking advantage of the favorable vulnerability, has a fairly normal 3 diamond overcall.
I like that bid. I do. I really do like that bid.
Yeah, though we may not like the result, since I think. it
No,
may
but
well-
I like that bid. Yeah.
I think it may well go past double O past.
Well, he already bid 3 no.
Nah, just 3-0 this time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. He's red against white.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
also-
guessing the other way might have.
It would have been pretty bloody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 800?
And maybe a 9th trick also, he might well lose 4 hard tricks.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, but yeah, at the other table, I see.
Okay, here we go. So who's this is going to be okay, we'll see what happens. Things can surprise us at times. These guys might bid a slam. Does it make a slam?
Wow.
You'd have to guess the spades well, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't think,
They're not winning it. They passed
Yeah.
already, so they're playing
Yeah.
for no Trump.
so the difference here was, of course, that on the right, it was a natural club. So East, of course, couldn't even consider bidding 3-no.
Oh, a natural one spade, so he doesn't even know that his side has the balance of the high card points
Right.
at that point.
Yeah.
I don't think you can guess the spade suit, can you, Chip?
Well, you can guess it for 3 tricks, right?
Right.
So what's he gonna lose? He's gonna lose a club?
So I guess what I was gonna say is that I think if you, well, you may not have the entries to do it. I mean, if you could.
Come on, it's way too scary to pass 3 diamonds doubled. Who knows what partner has over there? They have 5 spades. You have a spade fit.
And you're way ahead.
Yeah.
It seems like a very big position to take way ahead. It's the kind of play you make when you're down 40 amps.
Well, I don't know. To me, part of the trouble is that if you don't pass, you have to sort of underbid or overbid.
Mhm. Today you don't get punished though, right? If you bid 3 spades, partner might kick it in anyway.
Yeah, I think likely he would.
So what's happening for no Trump? Are we making, how many no Trumps are we gonna make? At least 4?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, if you start going after spades,
Oy vey. Ay, Dios mío.
We have left the double N, huh? And we're off to a spade lead.
yeah,
Good pass. Ay, Dios mío.
so he overtook the 10 of clubs with the jack, so he could run the 9 of spades, which was not the best way to play the spade suit as it's the way it lies, but he still got 3 spades, 3 hearts, 2 clubs, and 2 diamonds. So he's for sure got 10 tricks.
So you have 4 spades? No. Yeah. Maybe.
I don't think he has the entries to.
Oh, no, not with yeah. Assume you don't play a club, which appears to be.
Yeah.
I think he's just gonna drive the spade.
Since 4-0 isn't too interesting, let's switch to the right, since the play in 3 diamonds has more to
Cause
it.
that is more fun.
Yeah, at least more
This
fun.
is not fun. Whose side are you on, Bronya?
I told you, I'm neutral. I'm neutral.
You're Switzerland, Brody.
I'm
You're Switzerland.
So
You just
they've
went a little
cashed-
ways from your original home, right?
So they've cashed the hearts, so that's probably a bit helpful, though, I guess.
For declare, that's good for declare, not for defense. Okay?
Right, though they, yeah, I think.
So you can, gonna promote the 5 here, is that? You're gonna get some interesting Trump promotions on later spades, right?
Well,
So let's see, let's assume he's gonna play another heart, you think?
Another heart, and you can rough it with
Yeah.
the 5, no?
Yeah, and then comes it back a spade.
So I'm surprised the carding, what order did he play the hearts in? A king and queen? I would have probably played ace, queen, king to signal that I have a club honor, but
yeah.
would have let partner know they could underlead their king of clubs.
So another thing for the new players is like the little cards that you play and the order in which you play your cards, especially when you have two cards that really are the same value, really matters in terms of telling your partner what they're supposed to do next. So there's all sorts of defensive signals that are legal signals that you can use to try to communicate to your partner what you want them to do next.
And I will, in all fairness and subtlety, this is the final segment of a very long event. You keep
I
it
know.
for partner here. Maybe, day one versus day, whatever this is.
Chip, what day is this for Jan?
Jan arrived on April 29th. So it is day 29.
Wow.
Sleep
She loves
is coming
Good thing.
soon.
Good thing she
Sleep
loves
is soon.
She's
She's got to be
coming
the
tomorrow.
greatest VIP in the history of that Hyatt in Schaumburg. Whatever you want, ma'am. Oh, boy.
So what's happening over here? We're playing
Yeah,
four
so they are
cards.
going to be able to,
Yeah, when he wins Queen of Clubs on the second round,
well, they could throw a club here.
that's a good play.
And but now if he wins the ace of clubs on a club play and plays a diamond, they can go up ace and lead a spade and promote the king 10 into two tricks. Huh. So I guess he's worried about diamonds being more behind him. You know, he's
Yeah,
worried
but
they had like ace, king, 10, 8 behind them. So, but
maybe. Whoa, okay.
so this is gonna be down 5 for 1100. And that'll, put a big dent in, the Wilson comeback, though. Did he actually now?
Is this auction on the left over here? Did we miss this? One spade, one no trump overcall, transfer, jump to game,
Yeah,
and 12 tricks
actually
play.
made a slam. So I will say, I think that now he's managed to lose even another diamond trick. So actually now he's gonna go down 6.
Wow. Yeah, you didn't take a lot of tricks.
Yeah.
1400.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good pass as it clears.
Yes.
Yes, as Kaplan says, super duper accept from David.
Oh, yeah.
So.
It was. I mean, Larry, it's hard to know how to value the hand, but he might have taken a more opportunistic view of things with that East hand there. I think it's really tough.
Six
Well,
hearts is down on a diamond.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's almost no play on a diamond lead as
Right.
virtually cold on a spade lead.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of cold on anything but a diamond lead, isn't it?
Well, on the
Yeah.
live cards, but like 4-1 clubs
Right.
might beat it with.
No. Yeah, no, I'm just saying yeah.
In reality, huh?
I just meant on a spade lead, you would make it against almost any lie of the cards. Well,
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, some redouble. There's a redouble. I love redouble.
it's a
Don't worry,
support
Brody.
double.
It's just a support redouble.
Damn, I thought it was going to be.
3 cards apart. She wanted the real rebel.
Yeah.
Action. She wanted action.
I saw redouble, I got, you know.
Your imps flashed before your eyes, right? So-
One.
Somebody's making a reference to
Yes.
1400, being Avogadro's number.
Yes.
Great.
All right, so on the left, they got the four hearts. And let's see, how's that gonna do? Well, the club position is friendly.
That was probably.
Probably a heart and two spades. So I guess. you have
One
to do
heart.
Something about that potential third spade loser.
The club lead is friendly.
Safest lead on this hand, I guess, was a trump, but he doesn't
Well,
really
yeah.
know that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I don't recommend watching. Oh,
How'd they convince you to do this?
I don't know.
Jan, you can't say no to Jan. I don't know I can't say no to Jan.
Yeah, that's probably it. It is it. Plus, you told me that you were going to be on, so I couldn't resist.
I know, I did clearly.
I was with Michael in the other match that they lost.
So you're the problem, Robert. Is that what we're saying?
Look, they were losing when I showed up. I don't want any blame here. Like,
So,
What is that here?
After a heart on the left, after a heart to the queen and ace, Larry shifted to the 10 of spades, hoping partner had ace, queen, jack, fourth. But that just resolved the spade position for declarer.
Right, so now Declare is going to make it.
Yes.
I mean, he was probably always gonna make
Yeah,
it.
but now he really is gonna make it.
Now he can claim, so that's a good thing for us.
He's going to make it faster, I guess.
Gonna make it faster.
you know, that's the nice thing about defending at imps, though, right? Is you play your partner for the hand you need them to have to defeat the contract and
Yeah.
go for it.
No, it's an interesting dilemma sometimes of whether to play for the hand where you have a sure set, but where it's unlikely that that hand exists, or another one where you can give
Create a
declarer a
problem.
problem, even though declarer could make it if they guess it. All right, now we're gonna take the club finesse and make it, which we knew was onside all along, but just in case it wasn't.
Minding his chances here. He was going to make it even if Larry had found a really great smooth duck of the club king at the first trick, and somebody had the queen third of diamonds. He wasn't going to need the second club finesse.
Right. All right, so another imp for Wolfson. They're continuing their strong border match
Border
showing.
match. We're gonna switch the scoring. At the end of this, we're gonna switch, we're gonna say, just want you to know, we've switched the scoring. And.
I see no problems with that. Another goulash hand. Look at board 57 on the left side of the screen.
And once again,
Another
Larry Cohen
long
has
diamond
diamond.
suit for Larry, right?
What do we think about this hand? What are people's choices over one heart? Do we think two no, three diamonds, four diamonds? What are your thoughts? You're red versus white, so two diamonds? Any votes for? I mean,
What would I do with that hand? I guess I sort of, I don't know. I guess I like three diamonds. That seems,
Yeah.
plus Larry Cohen did it, so that can't be a bad thing.
Right,
Larry's usually in the fairway, so
Yeah.
yeah.
these days, not in the 80s, but yeah, from the 90s on. So
So, yeah, so heart, three diamonds, four diamonds, good heart raise by South, and now
I'll say.
finally the spade suit got mentioned.
North has a relatively balanced hand and is kind of like, wow,
I know.
a lot of bidding.
Uh,
All I did was open a heart.
Amazing how often that happens when you're the one player with the balanced hand and everybody else is wild. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. So I think it was sensible for him to double 4 spades. He has a, then we'll see whether or not Hammond's, nope, with 6 card support and a stiff spade, he figured he should
Roll it.
remove 5 hearts, and I think everyone's gonna
Probably
have no more to
pass.
say.
This will go quickly.
So, you know, maybe Larry's thinking he has a pretty good hand for spades, not having promised anything, but he did get doubled in 4.
Yeah.
He is red on white. The colors are kind of.
Yeah. So just a spade and a diamond to lose, so not much to this one. So I
Yeah.
would say that Wolfson is kind of running out of boards here.
Yeah, Wolfson, I definitely, unfortunately think, for Dana, think that Wolfson is running out of boards.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
So I suppose 57 still could be a swing board.
In what direction? Par has
Either.
reached, right?
So they got the 3 now instead of 4 hearts on the right. I don't think that's gonna matter much other than perhaps an imp.
Which is the better contract?
Not clear, partly depending on which side you're playing from.
And how the opponent's spades break. Maybe.
Yeah. 5-2 spades could be bad for hearts also.
Yeah, true.
But here, particularly after a diamond lead, this is not going to be too threatened, so. Well, they might hold it to 3 for another imp, no, for losing an imp back to Hammond. So, yes.
Yeah. Wolfson's running out of time here.
All right, on 58. Well, that's some
Another
hand
big,
for
another,
Sal.
fun hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
another goulash hand. Wow.
This
Two
is
eight cards
one
spades
if you're
is
behind,
right.
right? Yeah.
So I think East-West actually can defeat 4 spades, but probably won't. Since
Well,
Since the jack
Certainly
of clubs sort of blows up the club suit for them.
What else would you lead though?
Yeah,
So,
well, the best thing to do is to lead the ace of hearts and then the ace of diamonds.
Yes. And then when you win your spade, get out with your last spade.
Yep.
the point left.
So actually, maybe even after that, if declare guessed it, if he leads a low club, you have to split and then lets you hold it. So that's maybe a echo of the hand where Larry played the jack of hearts from king jack third to beat six spades. But
Was a very nice play from Larry. Declare a losing option, right?
so here, yeah, as expected, we get the club lead. No, 10 of
Is
clubs.
Rusino?
No.
So maybe this is a possible from 10 doubleton.
Yeah.
King of clubs is not Rusino here?
Well, it shows the
I think-
jacker. I think it's,
I think it is Rusino, but it could be 10 to 10 or, so you're not sure what's going on here.
yeah, but if it's 10 doubleton, you're in pretty big trouble.
I mean,
So it's interesting. Yeah, I guess. Was reasonable. I was,
Low club.
well, but he's, he knows it's from jack 10 or 10 and 1, so playing the 7 doesn't make much sense. So,
hoping his ace is cash now, right? So it's
Yeah.
which order to cash them in for the over trick, right?
yes.
He has the 9 of clubs as an entry, so if he tries to do the diamonds first, that's going to be a problem. An imp.
Well, we could, for the moment, exit with the 10 of spades. Or play a club to try and kill the entry.
Which is gonna, I think, balance with 4 spades here.
Yeah, I think there's a reasonable chance of that.
Interesting pass the first time.
Oh,
No,
wow.
But no.
not that it much mattered.
Nope, not today.
Though, let's see, on a club lead, I think he's going to make 6. So we get another imp to the Wolfson team.
Chip is really holding on to those one little imps.
Yes, Chip is greedy.
He's holding on to those little imps.
A moral victory, I think, or something.
Oh my gosh.
Like, look, when you're behind, every little imp counts, right? So.
Yeah. All right, so they made 4 spades at the table.
The adrenaline has all left me.
Left you, yeah.
Gone. The Jack of Hearts induced adrenaline.
Yes. There's a potential moment of momentum there, but.
Okay, let's see what 59 has to offer us.
Another goulash
big-
hand, of course.
They have the cards clearly set to,
Another six spade hand.
Six
Yeah.
spades. Wow.
Well, you can make six spades.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's an excellent contract.
you can make 7 spades, can't you? Take the club finesse and pitch 3 diamonds?
Yes, but you have to decide to play for clubs 3-3 with the
I
queen.
guess
on-
if you're in 7, well, I don't know, you have to decide, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're in 7, you have to take the club finesse.
Well, you have the diamond
Oh.
finesse
I
as
guess
well.
you could double hook diamonds too. You could play for king jack of diamond side if you're in 7.
Well, you could play for,
Well, you think you only need 1 diamond hook in 7, right? Because you could probably rough out the clubs. So,
well, if clubs are 3-3, you only need 1 diamond, or if the queen is double,
Or
then
queen
you
and
only need 1 diamond finesse. You could play on clubs, and if they're friendly, take 1 diamond finesse, and if they're not, take 2.
and how many hearts are they losing over here? It looks like 3 clubs, a diamond, and a spade. So there's
Yep.
3, 4, 5. The 7 hearts is only 1,100 into there, is 1,100, but pushes them into it. Get the 6 hearts.
Well, if you push them into it, I think you probably beat it, but not necessarily. So at any rate, so
Okay,
they
they've gotten
did
6
6 spades, which is
Pretty good
probably
spot.
where you'd want to be.
Come on, Dad. 7 hearts.
Well, no, I think that's more than the value of 6 spades. Maybe you push them
Yeah,
up.
that's going for 1,100 instead of 980.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Your vulnerability was all wrong.
Yeah, but then he maybe bid 7 spades and then he.
Yeah,
goes
that's what
down
I was
to
thinking.
spades. I mean,
And
we
then
need
I got
stuff,
it.
you
Yeah.
know, like, you know, yeah.
There's Brun
Big option.
for action all the time. There's a... All right, what's going on with 11 here?
But we had that one exciting board that we thought might like, you know, move the match a little, and then the next 3 diamonds doubled down 6, and that kind of swung the match right back over to the other side.
It really did.
Like
And
if
that
that
hasn't
hadn't
been-
happened, you know, who knows, but like that kind of,
And we had an unobstructed auction? Yeah, so.
Well, on 58, that was
yes.
normal.
We did not get the club lead, but
Oh, yeah.
Mitch might beat this if he finds ace of diamonds right now. Whoa, look at that.
Well, he was maybe hoping for partner to
Yeah,
have like the jack of spades.
how do you beat it though?
When he gets him with the king of spades, he has to play a spade
Yeah,
back.
he didn't
Yeah.
lead the club yet.
Still
So he
don't
just,
beat it.
yeah, there's 2 club losers now, right? Well, they,
Declare guesses to,
You
when he
play club to the
leads
9.
low
I'm not
and
saying you do it,
splits
but I'm
the
saying you
duck.
can do it.
What?
Club to the 9 or a club and you duck the 10, and now you're in the same situation.
Yeah,
that
same
was-
situation.
That was a mistake. That was a unfortunate.
No, and then you shift it to the jack of clubs, so.
Had to get out with his trump.
But it,
Yeah.
yeah, that seems like, well, I guess he didn't know that Declare had a stiff heart.
Right.
So he was afraid that Declare can get to the king of hearts to
Right.
throw stuff on diamonds if his partner had the ace of clubs instead of the king. So that was reasonable.
I'm with
So
you, I'm
this
with
is
you,
just
Jim.
gonna be
I'm
a
with
push.
you, I'm with you.
Always, good to remember as commentators that we can see all the hands in the
I know,
players.
exactly.
For sure, for sure. We're just rooting for Mitt after he got off to a couple of nice lead there, cashing his aces.
Let me just say that seeing all four hands is not always enough for me. I just need to.
No, that's the most humbling part of it. You're like, oh, there's no way this can make, and then they single dummy are like, oh yeah, well that'll work.
Yeah.
All right, so,
My favorite thing as a commentator when you say, there's no way this can make, and then the Claire finds a way to make it. You're like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
reassess my analysis as a commentator.
So 60 is pretty boring, I hate to say. I mean, it might not end up being boring, but it looks pretty boring from here.
so strong club. And,
Well, it's not a 40 imp board, unfortunately, right? So
yeah,
put things in play.
yeah, well, you know, if north-south bid made 7 spades on 59, they could get it a little closer, but not enough. So I think we can congratulate the Hammond team for a strong showing and doing it four-handed in the final. I think they did a lot of good things in this match. They made it tough for the Wolfson team to catch them.
They did. Well played, gentlemen, and best of luck
Yes.
That was
in
very fun.
Marrakesh. And we'll hope that their third pair, their ill player recovers and can join them.
Yeah. So on the left, big club, little diamond, forcing 1 spade bid, which could be 4 spades with a canopy with a minor. Mm. So do you know so is this a 2 heart bid by West over a spade?
Feels like if that's their normal methods here, 5 to 7 with 5 hearts.
Yeah.
It looks like they've
That
inverted.
might end the auction. Oh no, 2 clubs.
2 clubs might be
Tell us what 2
5 to
clubs,
7.
Cynthia.
5 to 7 without spades, maybe.
Okay.
6 to 7, not spades, yeah. Maybe he just didn't view his hearts as quite good enough to bid here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of a scrambly. Constructive scramble. Now to
Are these guys gonna get to slam over here on the right? 4 clubs, 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, yeah,
Looks like it.
I'm.
hearts sort of last train here. North's hand keeps getting better and better.
Mm-hmm. No,
4 diamonds was an interesting call from North. Do we agree? Holding 10-4. Sort of psyching a cute bid, looking for a comeback here.
Well, he was trying to get a heart cubit from partner.
yeah,
Yeah. And he got what he was looking for. And he might be off the ace king of diamonds and still make it now.
So another push, I think.
Well, 7's possible, right?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna find out they're off the king of diamonds, so I'm not, well, and I
Well,
would say,
Actually, hasn't Mike shown the king of diamonds from Bobby's perspective?
well, he's just jumped to 6 spades.
yeah, it's kind of over,
He's gonna bid 7 when he could be off an ace.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
So again,
Not
for
with-
kind of the newer players, a lot of time when people bid 4 no trump, that's actually asking your partner to tell you about the aces and sometimes the king of trump. And so it allows you to bid these slams, you know, so you know that you are not missing 2 aces.
used to be many years ago just the aces, and now the king of trump has been promoted to a key card. Before a key card, people got to slam with ace fifth opposite three little. It was not a good slam to be in.
Are you surprised that Bobby didn't show, but this was the key card option, right? Surprised that he didn't show any voids here, his heart void?
Well, I think with one key card and no trump on
Bad.
it,
Yeah,
I think he probably.
he had already shown in your bidding, and
Yeah,
with bad trump, I'm conservative. But maybe down a lot, knowing you've
yeah.
gone for
he might
11.
have. I mean, the fact that partner bid four diamonds rather than four hearts was a strong inference that partner didn't have the ace of hearts. So he might.
So is that a
well-
corollary? I was familiar with, I thought that one of Burns's laws was responses to key card are not optional. So I don't know if that's, except for showing your voids, maybe that's an exception.
Yeah, I think that's an exception. Or you could use the Woolsey rule, which is that just don't show your void. That's partner bids for now to find out about key cards, not to find out about your void.
Especially when you've already shown it in the auction. Well, at least you've shown the control.
So here we're muddling along in two hearts on the last board, so. And yes,
Robert, you look like you're in the same hotel that Bronya is in. Are you also in Denver?
I am. I'm in in the Denver regional.
Yeah, we are.
Oh.
That's funny. I didn't notice.
You're a sleuth. You're a sleuth. You're,
Uh-huh.
what is that about?
There's distinctive wallpaper, I would say.
Yes, there is very much.
Sharp-eyed.
So how is it there? Is it fun? Are there a lot of
Yeah.
tables?
It's going great. I think the regional is up 17% from last year is what they told us today. That's pretty great. And,
Great to hear.
my partner played great today, so that's also very good. So
My partner also played great today.
yeah.
Shout out.
Go Hindi, go Hindi.
So I guess Declare is gonna try and split out the hearts and we'll succeed and make two hearts. And all right, we're done with the left-hand side. On the right, Bobby Levin is deciding whether or not to finesse the jack of clubs. And he didn't. So he'll make.
And once again, a really big thank you to Jam Towel for all the hard work organizing everything. I think, yes, I think 1 week of doing this is exhausting. So,
Yeah, 4 weeks is a lot.
yeah.
It really is.
And I perhaps more than others know just how much time there is
Yes.
outside
you
of
do.
that, getting ready for it. So, all right, so 59 was another push. And we have the final board.
I'll also just say it's nice to see Larry and David back at table together again. I know
Yeah,
it's
that is
sad that
true.
they're not continuing on, but it's nice to see that.
You should feel free, and anybody who's watching should feel free to tell Larry, email him, call him, by all means, text him, tell him how much you enjoyed watching him play and that the Jack of Hearts was a really lovely play.
Yes, yes.
He made a lot of lovely plays.
He does,
Yes, he did.
and he did, yeah.
Not that you have a rooting interest for trying to.
Just love to see him around. It's exciting.
Yes, yeah, yes, yes. I like to see him places other than cruise ships, so.
Selfishly, as I've never been on a cruise, I'm more excited to see him at the
Yeah,
Nationals.
Yeah,
I've never been on a cruise either.
Really?
My, Michael says when Larry's playing, his life is easier. So,
Robert, how many cruises have you been on? We can all compare.
20, 30 something, I don't know.
Wow.
I've
Bridge
never been
cruise.
on a bridge cruise, but I've been on several other cruises. So not
Should we-
since COVID hit.
Should we give it a try? Should Bernie and I give it a try?
Yeah,
What do
that
you
can be
think, Jay?
fun.
Absolutely.
So, though, as I said,
Come with Michael and I. So, like,
My
We'll
brother,
go-
Michael Berkowitz, sails the world with
That's all right.
Robert and sometimes Larry. Bernie, in all your free time this year, I think that cruising
I
would be
know,
a new
exactly.
hobby.
It's just what I was thinking. It's just what I was thinking.
well, as your
we'll kick you off at the first port.
position,
Yeah.
you should be
Fly
aware
over.
of, what bridge cruises are like after all.
Right, that's right. I'm gonna go to Bermuda, I'm gonna go to the bridge cruise, I'm just gonna go to all the fun places.
Recon, it's important fact finding.
To
Yeah.
understand the way these things work.
All right, we have stopped in 2 notes from.
Yes,
Interesting.
yeah. An
Very
interesting.
aggressive 2 note from
West
bid there.
chose not to bail out in 3 hearts, but 2-0 instead, so how's 2-0 gonna do? Well, a diamond is not the most threatening lead, and I guess it's a little bit friendly that the club suit is kind of blocked up for the defense.
Yeah.
So Declare has 3 diamonds. Well, he's got the hearts, so. Yeah, I think he should make
Plenty of
this.
transportation here in the diamonds, so.
Yeah, I mean, if the clubs weren't so friendly, then you'd be in real danger of losing. Well, I don't know, maybe even with this, if they worked out to play a club and not.
Yeah, if you
play
win
queen.
ace and play a low club and duck or something.
Yeah, well, best would be, I think, to play ace of clubs, 7 of clubs, to tell partner not to play the queen. But
Right.
of course, that's a little double dummy.
Then Declare just has to guess to knock out the ace of spades before the ace of hearts. Then,
That's right.
all the clubs blocked.
But it's more natural to go after hearts.
It is. But maybe you should lead a low club, make ace of clubs low club, make it look like you have the ace of hearts, lying about your suit preference signal there.
Well, but I was thinking ace of clubs, 7 of clubs, telling partner, my club's
not to
weak,
unblock the
don't play
queen,
the
not to
queen, to unblock
Yeah,
it.
if you play low, partner might unblock the queen. But if you had ace jack, you'd probably just play a low club, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
So I think the
Anyway.
second one's probably
Continuing diamonds is not gonna damage.
not gonna work out today, so.
Oh, I will say that at least if you, so he is going after spades. That seems odd to me.
3?
Maybe he's,
I think he's only playing one spade, then he's gonna shift back to the hearts.
yeah,
Right. Partner wins this and plays a low club. Still too late.
yeah, because he's got the entries too. He's got 4
Yeah.
hearts, 3 diamonds, and a spade. Say nothing of the club that he would get if you lead clubs. So,
Yes. I guess from Mitch's perspective here, he doesn't know he has 4 hearts coming, so he's got a lot of work to do. Mike hope that, he knows that diamonds are not 3-3 here. He knows the spot cards. Thinking playing ace and then playing a diamond, hoping that the diamonds were, that blocks the hearts. Or duck twice. Does Declare have any losing options here playing a spade? Or they basically have to play for 3-3 hearts? Surely we should duck again here.
Unless Declare was doing this as a bluff without the jack.
Yeah, true.
Now, there's a lot of tricks that Declare can potentially do by using the power of the concealed hand.
Yes.
Imagine that you just had no real chance for an eighth trick, so you just try playing the king, queen of hearts and hope
See if they duck twice.
yeah.
It never works when I do that.
Brenda, you've got to look trickier. You clearly look too honest, right?
I mean,
Like,
honestly, like whenever I do, they might just duck because, like, whatever. Then they're like, no, I'm gonna take my ace now, and then you take no more tricks.
So we think he's gonna come back to the diamond to play another heart.
mhm.
And we'll be.
Yep.
Goes. And even if they play a club and he misguesses, they can't take more than 5 tricks. They did finally get around to clubs.
Yep, he didn't misguess, but
Right, not that it matters. And so at this point, they
well, a
just-
big congratulations to Bob Hammond, still rolling along.
No
Yes,
problem.
Amazing.
that is true.
Yeah,
And he made some really good plays in this event.
he did.
Say that we should all wish to play this well into our mid-80s.
I would like to play this well now, so just to say that. I mean,
Yeah. All right, we have a Bobby misclicked to not take his ace of spades.
Yeah.
But it's not going to affect the result, so.
no.
Thank you, guys. That was excellent fun. I really enjoyed it. Chip, thanks for
Yeah,
being with
thanks for joining me. And
Thank you, Chip.
Good luck with all the
Thanks,
good
everybody.
things I'm sure you're doing for the ACBL. And
Thank you,
look
thank
forward
you.
to seeing you in Chicago.
Yeah, me too.
Very excited about it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Cynthia, and thank you, Jan,
Yeah,
for an
Yeah,
incredible
thank you.
tournament.
right.
Yes.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Good
Good night, all.